was Gavin Maxwell's final home, and it's now run by the Eilean Trust, a Gavin Maxwell Museum within it. This was to celebrate Remember the Rhine. It's currently longlisted for the Highland Book Prize. But this time I was there with Remember the Rhine in my hands, and again welcomed so warmly and able to read those extracts. Kyleakin scenes take place at the very end of the novel, at the climax of Gavin and Kathleen's relationship. So to actually describe the setting that he would have known, that she would have visited him in, it was almost eerie, but too moving to be eerie. Really quite spiritual experience to identify the objects that meant so much to him, his telescope, his artwork, his books, and just be surrounded by them as I was reading. It brought the research into real life for me, seeing them in person. So I'd read everything I could, viewed and watched, and been in the National Library with my white gloves on looking at the photographs. So in some ways it was testament to the power of Gavin, and particularly Kathleen's writing, that very often a setting that I hadn't been before, it felt like an old friend already, and that was totally thanks to how evocatively they described it. So what I found in these settings is that you're halfway there because they understand the power of this place to inspire. I mean, at Kyleakin in particular, made it into a really beautiful event because you could see very clearly the thread of inspiration that has been woven from Gavin Maxwell's time to Kathleen Raine. I actually was able to read a poem that she had dated and written at Kyleakin, so we knew it was composed at that very setting, right through to the late great Michael Longley, a poet who died just earlier this year. He had also written a poem titled Eilean, and my partner Jerry, who's also a writer, there's a lot of writers, a lot of poets in this literary ecosystem, he read Eilean on Michael's behalf because he was a good friend of his, and it was just, really getting the sense of what landscape, what space, what setting can inspire in us all. But it's particularly thrilling to get different questions, I think, when we're in a different setting, and because the people who are there, this is where they live, this is the landscape that they know. And I really always try and bring my A game, but I was particularly conscious of that. I'm going through my readings and walking around the island before we started thinking, oh, I hope that's not out of place, or oh, I've put a rock here and it should have been sand, or vice versa. And so it really makes you aware of the power of every word and every sentence, which is exactly where a writer always should be.